Greetings and welcome to another Deckard Games YouTube thing. On today's thing, and following up my very first video on YouTube about Streets of Rage, we are going to be talking about another Sega Mega Drive or Genesis beat 'em up. But before we do that, let me ask you something. Did you subscribe to the channel already? No? Don't waste any more time. Please click that subscribe button before we look at the video. So I stated that we were going to look at another beat 'em up on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis. And if you haven't seen my first video on YouTube, please check it out. It's about Streets of Rage. I'm a beat 'em up guy, so following up on that video, we are going to take a look at Golden Axe, another beat 'em up on the Mega Drive. It started on the arcade. We're gonna take a quick look at the history of Golden Axe and find out why I find it such a great game, and we will be right back. Released in 1989 for the arcade, Golden Axe is a beat 'em up that takes place in a medieval fantasy world where several heroes have the task of recovering the legendary Golden Axe. The development of the game was handed to Sega AM1, where Makoto Oshida, who already have worked at projects like Altered Beast and Alien Storm, was the primary developer. The game takes place in the fictional land of Uria, in which an evil entity known as Death Adder has kidnapped Uria's king and his daughter, holding them captive in his castle. But most important, Death Adder has stolen the Golden Axe, a magical emblem of Uria, and is threatening to destroy it if the people of the land do not accept him as their ruler. And so it's up to three heroes to stop this evil plan: Axe Battler, a barbarian, Tyrus Flare, an Amazonian woman, and Gilius Thunderhead, the dwarf who already uses a Golden Axe, but not the Golden Axe. Due to the success in the arcade, Sega decided to bring the game to their new home console, the Mega Drive. And so, in 1990, the game released for the Mega Drive, with promises of arcade-like experiences. The game suffered some serious cutbacks in the gameplay when compared to its arcade counterpart, but still resulted in a very solid game. Like in the arcade, you had all three characters to play with and all 5 stages of the game, including the 4 bonus levels. Although the cutbacks on the gameplay, the Mega Drive version featured 3 new levels that were exclusive to the home version of the game. In 1992, Sega released Golden Axe 2 for the Mega Drive. Each one of the heroes from the first game returns to battle the forces of the evil villain Dark Gold in this sequel. Golden Axe 2 is extremely similar to the previous game, and for that reason has received mixed reviews throughout the years. While playing the 2 first games, I can confirm that not much was improved in comparison with the first one, especially in the gameplay department, where the game could really use some tweaks. There were a few improvements here and there, like the change of the back attack to an attack that hits enemies on all sides. You could also throw enemies in any direction now, and the magic system was also changed, where you can now control the amount that you want to spend at any time. In Golden Axe 2, you had 7 stages to play throughout the game. And you also had a new duel mode, which was nothing more than a simple training ground to practice some moves that you could do on the game. So Golden Axe 2, while somewhat more of the same, had a few improvements that resulted in a slightly more enjoyable experience. In 1993, Sega released Golden Axe 3, which is the last entry in the franchise, but only as a Japan exclusive, so the rest of the world never saw it until the internet came along, of course. The game is very similar to previous entries in the series, but includes new characters, 5 in total: Chronos Late, Brute Krager, Sarah Barn, Kane Grinder, and Eve. The storyline centers around a new villain known as Demud Hellbringer, or the Prince of Darkness, who has once again stolen the Golden Axe, and it's up to you to recover it. So, nothing original in the story. And again, the game is so identical to the previous two, in fact, so much identical, that I don't have anything else to say about it. So you may ask, what is the best Golden Axe game? And the answer is very simple: Golden Axe: The Revenge of Death Adder. That was released in 1992, but only in the arcade. That is the sequel to the first game that we all should have. Great and improved gameplay, great sounding music, awesome graphics, everything was better in the game. But I digress. In the Mega Drive though, you're better off with Golden Axe 2, which improves just a little bit upon the first game. So there you have it. Stick with Golden Axe 2 on the Mega Drive. And that was it. We just learned a little bit more about the history of Golden Axe. Here I have Golden Axe 1 and Golden Axe 2. I really prefer Golden Axe 2. Unfortunately, I don't own Golden Axe 3, so if you have an extra copy of Golden Axe 3, please let me know. And what really made Golden Axe such a great game? Well, first of all, the gameplay. Sega became masters on making good arcade beat-em-ups, and the port to the Mega Drive doesn't fall behind. Although it's lacking a little bit on graphics and sound, the gameplay is there. And again, like in my first video, we have to go back to co-op playing. This was a game that allowed up to 2 players to play simultaneously, and it was just pure fun to play with your friends in co-op mode. Gameplay is there, the sound, it's not the greatest sound in a video game of the 16-bit era, but it's still not bad. The music is okay, it's good music, it suits the game, and the gameplay in co-op mode is just top-notch. This is another one of those games like Streets of Rage that I've talked in the past, like Contra that I've also talked in the past, that you can still pick up today and have fun and have that arcade fun with your friends. So if you've never played a Golden Axe game before, pick up a copy. The first one is not very expensive. Download a ROM online and play it on an emulator, on your PC, on your phone, whatever you desire, and have fun with Golden Axe. You won't regret it, I promise you. So, have you played Golden Axe before? If so, let me know. What do you think of the game? Do you also like other beat-em-ups on the 16-bit consoles? If so, again, let me know in the comment section below. If you like seeing videos like this, leave me a thumbs up. That way I'll know you like it and I'll be able to make more in the future. Click that bell icon to receive notifications whenever a new video comes up. And again, subscribe to the channel. You don't know what you're missing. Don't waste any more time. Click that subscribe button. Until then, take care.